And we live. This is day 7 of making an idea a day. Except today, I'm not going to make a new idea. I'm going to tidy up the ones that I'm likely to play in my set this coming weekend. What I'm going to do is I might not play them all, but I want to just import them all into the live set. And for today, the goal is this evening I'll have a run through, not on stream, but downstairs at my friend's place, playing through all the tracks and jamming with them and seeing if I need to take stuff out to make room for us to jam on top of them. So I need to work out which sounds to separate and maybe have on their own track that I can bring in or turn up or turn down, separate from the sort of core of the track. Why does the chat have a different stream name to this? Okay, that's strange. It says everything's fine. All right, well, touch wood. So yeah, that's the plan today. I'm just going through all the different tracks that I might play and getting them ready for the set. Just by going to be mastering them, or sort of a rough master, just to get them all to, sort of playable state, I suppose. And there's a few other tracks that I didn't make in the past week that I might slow down or tidy up as well. So that's today's mission. So, quick skim through of the tracks we've got so far. I'm not sure about this one anymore. It's got some ear candy that I might want to use as a reference for the other tracks, like having cool risers and things. Gonna skip ahead a bit. I'll be playing some keys and arps and things over this section. Welcome whoever's tuning in. Just messing about right now. Hey, yeah, day 7. Although today I won't make something new. I want to go through everything and just clean it up a bit. I'm feeling tired. It's been really fun. It's been thoroughly enjoyable. It's been a good challenge. It's a lot more time than you think, than I think. It's like at least 3 hours every time, you know? Usually more. go back into this project. The low end could be tightened up a bit. The kick almost sounds too loud on my speakers and sub here at the house. Still debating whether to take out some of the percussion in this, because I'll have the bongos on stage with me. Might be a bit busy. Appreciate it, man. Jump to the end. This is also shortened. Just in this project, I didn't need to hear the whole thing. That's as far as that one has got. It's already like 3 minutes 15, so it's pretty close to the goal of having 4 minutes of stuff to jam to per day. I think I'll leave the strings in because I can play the bongos on top. That's too dissonant. I thought I was being clever. That'll do. Hey, how are you doing, Jax? Thank you. Yeah, there was already a bit of a sax thing, but I chopped it up because it didn't really fit. I put like a wah thing on it too. Anyway. I agree though, more sax would be really cool. good mix out place, I guess. And now I want to just put some stuff on the master. I want to kind of get them all to however loud this normally is. Oops. And you said okay. Okay. I'm going to dip the volume of everything coming out of Reaper, so we don't get a 10 dB jump. Cool. Now these guys will have to come up because now they'll sound soft. Check on my speakers. My bad, I was muted. I was just saying, it's interesting what new problems you start to pick up when you compress everything. Suddenly the kick sounded too long, kind of muddy. Not muddy, flabby was the word I used. All right, I think I'll probably come back to it, but I'm going to bounce it here without the other tracks playing. And I'm just going to bounce from where these things start, which is here. I always do an eighth note before. Because some media players don't play the first couple milliseconds. You'll notice kicks and things often get cut off, like in VLC and on SoundCloud as well, on Discord as well. So having that little air gap is quite useful. And I've noticed they had that on CDs as well back in the day. So I think it was always an issue. I just use an eighth note. And now, cool, then we'll have an end marker somewhere. It's kind of cool. Can just end like that. END. Obviously, like an album release wouldn't just have drums in the beginning and end, but it's handy for mixing. And it's quite nice having the tracks sort of fit like a glove to one another, almost like they were made that way. Cool. So now we have only this playing, and it's not super loud. I'm not trying to push the master to like also album level loudness. I'm just trying to glue everything together a bit and make it sound more like a finished thing, for better or worse. 5 minutes, damn. I am amazed. I'm going to do AIF because AIFF has metadata you can embed. Wave, some programs seem to embed stuff into waves, but not everything reads it. So I just usually go with AIFF. And then I like to always just have an MP3 as well, so I can stick it on my phone or check it on other things if I want. Although lately I've been checking my streams and listening to that back on my earbuds or something. Yeah, so that's been useful. Entire project. Going to put it in my music folder. And did I give this a name? Strung Out. No, that was the other one. We didn't have a name for this one. That was a silly name too. It was just because I had like loads of different strings in it. Well, it's definitely track 3 in the set. I don't like to spend undue time on naming stuff lately. It's better to have it exported and in the next place it needs to be. A name usually comes to me outside of the project for some reason. I'll just say live set track 3. I'm calling it track 3. I think I'll mix it in third, but I might not. You never know. I was actually thinking of opening with that. And then the sort of guitar track is kind of moody. Might come in a bit later. But I also don't want to be tied to this BPM too long. It's kind of slow for me. I think I made the best of it though. Check this, man. I have 3 full projects open. And I'm streaming and I'm talking. And I have no dropped frames on the stream. I am so happy with this laptop, man. That other laptop would not have been doing this. Not even close. I just need to get a drive into this machine and then sell the other one. I was hoping I would have the funds this week. I was paid a deposit. I thought I was getting a full payment. It's all good. This whole winter I've somehow just limped along. Been very grateful. The support I've had from some of you and also clients. I've like every month has been a miracle. Just like something has come through that like this. I've got a client now who we set a goal of 3 backing tracks a week that he wanted to have made by me. And he sends me a reference. They're existing songs, but he just needs a backing track version in whatever key he wants to sing. And but yeah, he's not sent me another 3 since the last batch I did last week. He still needs to go through those ones, and I think then he'll pay me the balance. And then so yeah, life is happening. I get it, but this year has been like that. It's been like huge project. Sometime soon, sometime soon, sometime soon, sometime soon. Not just him, like everything. It's been such a strange year. And not just for me, like a few people have said the same thing. We've all been having the strangest year of roadblocks. My one friend, we were like trying to form a business together. And the like business portal where you register a company just wasn't accepting his password. So it didn't say his password was too long or anything. It just kept saying his password was wrong. So he'd make a new password and it would always be wrong. And so we've had this stupid administrative roadblock where he's been phoning the place. He's been dealing with multiple people. He's been emailing for like half a year. That's the sort of ridiculousness that this year has been. Absurd, but it is what it is. Okay, let's have a quick listen to this on the speakers and maybe also put a chain on it. I realize something goes out of sync every now and then. I think it's a serum effect. There we go. Does weird things to the shakers. Okay, I'm going to just check this on the speakers. Man, you never know. This time I feel like it's too slow through the speakers. Sometimes I have the opposite feeling when I hear something on the speakers. Last night I did check it on the speakers, but it was really late, so I didn't have the sub on. Okay, this guy needs to be more interesting. Someone's trying to reach me. Got a few work messages just responding to real quick. Done. Multitasking. So this was last night's track. I'm still going to go through most of the others, the ones I'm going to play at least, or attempted to play. I'm just going to play this from the top on the speakers quickly and see what I think. Sounded like it's okay on the master. Maybe I can push it a little louder as well. I'll check. This is the version of the opening track with all the other keys in it. Organ and Rhodes. I'll play some approximation of that stuff live, I think. I also took one of those synths out for the live version, the warp synth. It was a bit too busy. I'll also have a Novation Mini Nova and a Novation Circuit to jam with on the gig. Anyway, I was actually just checking it against the loudness, so let's see. This version's a bit louder than the live version, I think. A bit busier. Ooh. Sounds like we're in the ballpark. Cool. I'm not going to mess around too much then. I just want to hear this on the speakers still. Whoopsie. Apologies. I had audio coming in 2 different places there for a moment. So it was fine on my side, but it was blasting on the stream. Apologies if anyone was hearing that. I was lucky I saw it as soon as I did, but it was a while, I think. Sorry about that. Routing stuff is not always simple. I don't even quite understand why that happened. Why is desktop audio receiving? I don't understand. I actually don't. But anyway, my bad. That is not the behavior I expected. But yeah, I was just checking a reference. Just to sort of see how some of their elements are mixed. damn, this really wasn't bad. It's like yeah, it's not. It kind of needs contrast. It's quite moody. But in terms of the mix, I'm quite amazed. It's taken me a while to sort of get that sound, that kind of drum sound. Sort of had it on this one. This one feels a bit more natural. Yeah, that's nice. A little more opportunity for something more melodic, or yeah, it needed something like this. Welcome, Z-Light. Thanks, man. Still working out the finer details. Playthrough again. Alright, I think I'm going to leave this one for now. Ah, it's a serum thing. Didn't trigger all three because the gate wasn't sending each trigger. Ah, problem solved. I was like, what is going on there? Yeah, I had serum affecting the filter on the kick. So if I solo this, I was cleaning up the kick a bit with a filter envelope over here, and it's being triggered by the gate. Every time the gate opens for the kick drum, it sends MIDI, and that MIDI is being used by Serum, and it's also being sent to my bass bus to duck the bass. You'll see this is triggering whenever the kick hits as well. Yeah, but normally on my other computer, I think I changed the template to make it a shorter release time on the gate so that it picks up quick kick drum programming. You can see it busy triggering every time. So yeah, that is how I'm doing my ducking. Ah, sick. I'm always interested in what people are making who pop into the stream. I love drum and bass. In fact, I made I don't know if you were here. So my challenge was to make a track a day or an idea a day. This was yesterday's one. This was 2 days ago. Sorry, Saturday. Let's just say Saturday's one. Then Sunday's one was a drum and bass one. I was feeling super uninspired that day. And I made this. It was actually day 5. Oh no, this is not the one. Is it? Yes, it is. I've had this sample for ages and wanted to make it into drum and bass, so I had nothing else I could think to do. I was very uninspired. As I got. kind of a liquid thing. Still took a couple hours, but it was a nice break from the down-tempo stuff I was making. I've only been focused on the down-tempo stuff because I have a gig coming up where I thought I might play some of my own stuff, and I want the flexibility to be able to take stuff out because I have other people that might jam with me. So it's harder to do that with existing like pre-made songs. So I figured if I have all the elements, then I can decide what elements I can have on a fader to just sort of turn down or take out depending on what's happening on stage. So it's not like a full live set. In a way it is. Like I have bongos and I can loop the bongos, and I've got push and I can loop like keys and stuff that I play on it. I might take a djembe as well. But yeah, I'm not playing drum and bass at this gig. So this was just a fun one because I had challenged myself to write something new every day the last like week or so. Today would have been day 7. I need to rename them all because it got quite confusing because I had already a track for the set before day 1 that I made a new track to mix into from that track. So then day 1 I was working on track 2. Day 2 I was working on track 3. And so the naming started to get really confusing because I saw one thing and it was meaning another. And yeah, so the names are all messed up. But it was a fun week. And now I've just been going through and putting master chains on them. And so far we've done, and then ended up working on them a bit. So this was the previous one I did before the one you may have heard just now. Where does it actually get going here? So I also have Reason, I actually have Reason 12, and I do use it from time to time. In fact, maybe there's a track I was thinking of slowing down to this rough BPM range that I might do. It's in Reason. Might be cool to have the bass mimicked on a Rhodes or something for this section, but I could do that live. Although the bongos on that section might be quite nice. I could play bongos live. So yeah, that's that one. The first couple are made to kind of mix into one another. Skipping ahead. Gonna jump to the end. Hey, that one was running through the same master chain as this track. That sounded pretty good. So that's a good sign. So I still need to master that one. I've mastered this one now. Honestly, this laptop's running so well I could have everything in one project, but it would be really confusing. Cool. So those are those three. Maybe I will pull in the other two just to see how they mix, if they mix. So we got Coast to Coast. That's the second track. What is this? Oh, that's this track. I bounced it without a name. That track's a few BPM higher. Okay, we still need to do the others in terms of exporting, I think. So let's go to master the Coast to Coast. Reaper definitely has a learning curve. I mean, so does Reason, to be fair. They all DAWs have some learning curve. I do think Reaper and Reason are particularly unusual. Like, they don't necessarily translate. Once you know them, you don't necessarily know all the others. Although Reaper kind of does. Reaper has the same sort of general principles as others. It's more like FL and Reason are sort of the outliers in terms of them not quite working the same way as any other DAW. Okay. So this will be super soft because we haven't put a chain, excuse me, a chain on it. I'm going to mute that one for now. Yeah, for some reason I didn't hear how dynamic this is on the headphones, and when I switched my speakers and sub on, I was like, whoa, that kick is thumpy. Just gonna check this on my speakers. I have to keep in mind that this track was a bit louder on the non-live version, because for this version I muted some other tracks. I muted like some keys and organs and things, which bumped their loudness up. So it's probably similar. At least on the meters it was similar. I do think this track's a bit soft, so it probably could come up a bit. It's alright. Cool. I think I'm happy with that. That was quite quick. All right, going to re-render this one. So this track that's opening now, I want to just slow down. Just for this live set that I'm planning. Just going to wait for this to finish. And then I also want to turn this down. Cool. Okay, I'm going to close that for now. And I'm going to have a quick playthrough of this. Let's make sure the volume is down like 10 dB. I cannot hear it. Okay, theoretically we should be ready and rolling. Let's see if we can get rid of the crackles. Oh, I don't know about that. Yeah. Let's see what this sounds like at like 118. 116. That's one thing most DAWs do better than Reaper is change BPM on the fly. You can change BPM in Reaper, it's just not immediate. You have to tell it what tracks must adhere to the grid and how. What tracks must stretch and what tracks must not, basically. Makes sense. Just takes a minute to set up. Cool, I'm happy with that. It sounds great at that BPM. I'm going to render, but actually I want to see what else I've got in here while we're here. dig that. That's really cool. I want to finish that at some point. All right, I'm going to render. I know it's boring, but there's hardly anyone watching. And that's kind of why I'm doing this, is to get tracks ready for a set. So that's going to run. Maybe I'll make some tea. Can't actually play anything out of Spotify or anything right now. Because we had that weird janky audio setup. Oh, it's now saying 1 and 2, but then it'll change. Yeah, it's risky. Basically, this ASIO Link Pro that I'm using allows me to stream and route audio wherever I want. But when it's rendering, it defaults back to my normal routing. And then when it's finished rendering, it's going to reroute the audio from my system into ASIO Link Pro automatically, which is a pain if you don't have it monitoring properly in your DAW or something. Might actually be fine because I've not made the same routing setup in Reason. Let's see. It's working. Cool. I'm going to make some tea. track was made in Logic, actually, in a studio called On Track, hence the name. Kinda silly. I did stem it out and mix it in Reaper at home because I'm just used to how my headphones and monitors sound. And it needed a lot of mixing. So I just want to make sure I'm not going to get blasted with sound. Check what the master chain is doing. Okay, so it will be loud. So I'm going to drop it on the mixer like I did in the other one. Oh, it already is. Brilliant. This also fits the BPM range of my set, funnily enough. I wonder what key it's in. I guess some weird mode of in G. Very odd scale. No idea what I was doing. Sounds pretty cool though. Well, maybe I can pitch it up to A and then it'll be harmonically in key with the other tracks. And then it can be part of the set. If I could just find the bass, that would be nice. There we go. need to find a few more things that aren't pitched. Where's that? Oh, it's this guy. Okay. And then the samples. And then there are a few of those. This pad is bounced for some reason. Ooh. Quite like it at this pitch. Okay. Perfect. I'll stick an end marker right there. As I say, I'm not trying to make these like album ready. I'm just trying to make them playable. 4 minutes almost. And I wasn't including this in my tally. So that's cool. We got a bonus track. I'm now at the point where I could play like a whole set of my stuff, but I'd be making compromises on... I'm a DJ first. Like, if I took ego out of it, I wouldn't play my tracks. And it's a tough one because there are people who enjoy it and ask me to play my stuff. So, like, as a DJ, I would just play what I think is the best stuff, you know? And I wouldn't compromise by just playing my stuff, if that makes sense. So I'm trying to just give myself more and more room to play my own stuff, trying to kind of push it. I probably won't, but I'm just trying to flex that muscle, trying to make it normal for me and get my music to the standard that I'm willing to play without feeling like it's a compromise. I've been producing since like 2004 and I still haven't gotten to that point. So, yeah. But it's because I've always been a DJ as well, and I'm always digging and I'm always finding music that I think is amazing. So, this title is weird. I remember renaming it at some point, and because I think I'd made a typo or something. I don't remember. It was like 2000 BC and then it was 4000. I can't remember, but it's fine. It doesn't mean anything to me anymore. There was some context and it's gone. I'm going to export that. And then the next one I want to work on, I thought I might have a meeting with somebody, but he hasn't responded. So the next one I might look at is this one. So my little brother's name is Keto, and I think in his head Django and Keto meant Jito. And I recorded him when he was like 4, I think, or 5. He's now 8, I think. And he wanted to record birds, but then he was hearing himself through the mic and speaking. And so that's how this track came to be. The percussion is like all us. The claps are us. The shaker. That tuck-tuck sound is him banging on a washing machine. I forgot to zero the master before rendering. input on this song. Obviously, I rolled with it eventually and just made it sound how I wanted it, but a lot of input from him. Oh yeah, the guitar is like a washed out pad thing. He was playing a completely out of tune guitar.
Another song I did with the little one. I don't seem to have it on here. It's on my other laptop. I must get it off actually. It's slower though.
much music I have time-wise. Obviously, when I play this stuff, it'll be shorter. Reopening Reaper. I don't get it. Something's funky with this routing. Apologies. Let's see if I can fix it. It looks like it's blasting the stream and then I can't hear it, so yeah, not ideal. All right, we're back. Oh, Coast to Coast, that's the one. Happy with this one? Oh crap, I'm muted on stream. All right, my bad. Now VLC doesn't tell me how long this is. What I can say is this is 10 tracks, and the shortest one is this one. So let's say 3 minutes a track. 3 times 10 is 30 minutes. Some of them will definitely go longer. Interesting, sounds kind of bright compared to the others. But I think it's just my headphones, because with my sub on, it sounded very full. I reckon maybe that could go there. I haven't exported. Strung up, have I? I think I did. I guess not. I wonder if that'll mix from here. Maybe we have it sooner. Goes to G. I think this track is in G. And this is in G. Actually, I wonder if that would work better. This is in an odd key as well, and there's loads of samples, so I can't just change it. just trying to see the flow. Gosh, I can't believe it's 10 tracks. And it's not even all of them. Yeah, that'll be better, I think. Anything else I've forgotten? Strung out is being rendered. What was this? Interesting. I mean, I fell out of love with it at some point, but it's not that bad. It could be used. Then there were more projects I wanted to open. I didn't think this one fitted. Looks like it is. Looks way louder. What the heck? We need an end marker. All right. Let me just see. But before I render that again, I just want to see how it sounds. Wonder where this would go. Maybe after this one. And then this. Maybe the other way around. drums on this one are so much better. Tempted to go and put them in this track as well. Yeah, so now we're at what, 12? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm pretty sure I'm forgetting one as well. Obviously, oh, there's 2 more here. So I need to re-render this. Come back to that in a sec. I've got this one. It was originally going to be number 3. Let's do our master on here. Okay, this one I actually wanted to work on a bit more, to be honest. Let me just have a listen on the speakers and see if I still think the bass line is too busy. I want this louder. I mean faster. I want to bump the BPM up. Let's see if the project is ready for it. Huh. All right. Was I saying stuff? Yeah, I was just, the only thing I think I said was I wasn't happy with the distortion on this bass, but now I think it's sounding a bit better. The only thing is my brother's borrowing my other headphones that have quite a bit of bass. If I really want to tell what's going on in the low end, like I've got monitors and sub, but there's like a, what's the word? It's like woofy. It's not tight. It could be tighter. I see I've lost some frames somewhere along the stream. Anyway, yeah, so this was another track. I'll add it to this, and then we'll have 13 of my own tracks to play in a set. And I used to have like more than 2 hours of my own stuff that I used to play, but I'm not enamored with all of it anymore. So I'm going to go back after this weekend and see what other ones I can resuscitate. But there were a lot that I didn't actually feel like including in the set. Even if I didn't feel like starting at the slower BPM, that notwithstanding, yeah. So anyway, I think I'm going to head off. I need a break. I'm going to re-render this one. I'd love to put those drums in this. I'm still not convinced this track. I think it needs I don't know what it needs. It needs a different kick. Or this section could be a less dark and cheesy melody. But I feel like it's going to take a bit more work than the other ones to get to that point. And I don't know how much time I'm going to have. There's one other idea I'd still like to do, and that's with those loop clouds still open, yes. I had some not tambourine, I had some not sure if you guys can hear those. But yeah, I was thinking of I had one or two more somewhere else in here. And there were some loops I favorited that were also hang drum, or what's the other word they call it? Hand pan. And I was thinking of making something with that for a more laid back track, because there's quite a few kind of heavy tracks in the sort of set. But yeah, I'm going to head off, and when I come back later, I might not stream, but my plan is to now bring all of this into my Ableton project and it's kind of boring. The last time I tried to stream it, I was struggling I didn't feel like it was particularly interesting. But I basically need to update some of my instruments in my live set as well, so that I can jam with some new sounds. And I'm going to map my little keyboard APC, what's it called? MPK Mini. I'm going to map the knobs on that to basically be the DJ decks inside Ableton, where I can high pass and stuff. Still need to figure out if there's a way, if I keep push for just playing as a keyboard once and for launching live looped clips, then I would want the other controller to be able to trigger the tracks. Maybe I can even with GPT script the MPK to be like a one, kind of how the launch key works. Make the pads, like the top row, trigger 4 slots of the live grid, and then the bottom for like up and down and stop all clips or something. So I can kind of go to the next track and launch it using the pads on the MPK Mini. That way push can just be for jamming on and looping the bongos and keys. But yeah, it's all kind of technical and tedious. And also for the other, so there's 2 sets on the weekend at this festival. One I'm playing with a band where there's a DJ who plays the main beats, and then I jam keys and bongos. There's someone else who plays flute, and then there's a bass, and I think there might be 1 or 2 others joining us as well. So for that one, I want more sort of psychedelic sounds. So I want to make some granular racks. I need to find some cool samples to like stick, like spoken word or something that I can granularize, and just generally have a few psychedelic sounds I can jam with. Yeah. But anyway, I need a break, and hope you enjoyed the stream, whoever's been tuning in. Thank you, and have a great rest of your day.